Appearance as a reserve on Monday night. 200 MLS appearances, 6 caps with the men's national team. He was the 2017 Rookie of the Year, and tonight he gets his first start with the black and gold after being in town for just 12 days. Up top, Alex Matan will work right behind Cucho Hernandez and Christian Ramirez. Ramirez played for Minnesota. He had 44 games started with 21 goals and 5 assists for Minnesota during the 2017 and 2018 seasons. He's looking for an opportunity to make good on this revisit, if you will, with Minnesota tonight. On the other side of the ball, we'll see Dane St. Clair, who was an MLS All-Star, get his start tonight, his 5th season in Minnesota. The goalkeeper will play behind what I think is going to be just 3 in the back. Michael Boxall is back. He started actually the last game, but he got a red card in that first game against Puebla. Zarek Valentin is going to be on one side, and then Tobias Miguel will be on the other side. In the midfield, we'll see a familiar name in Will Trapp, played for Columbus from 2013 to 2019, had a year in Miami, and has the last 3 in Minnesota. He's an Akron boy, a Columbus kid born and raised, 7 seasons in the capital city with 185 appearances for the black and gold and a couple of goals scored. No more famous a goal scored than the one against Orlando late in the 2018 season. We take a look in the midfield, you'll see Asani Dotson, Emmanuel Reynoso, the playmaker, the designated player for Minnesota, Bongo Loangwane, and then Josef Rosales, Timu Puki, the other designated player up top, and then Franco Fragapane will be a part of the attack for Minnesota. That's the starting 11 for both teams. Big win on Monday against Club America. Wilfried Nancy, head coach of the Black and Gold, says it's time to turn the page from that and focus on tonight's game against United.
The next game, it's always a next story. So it's good. We had a really good game against a really good team. Good for that. Now it's going to be a good exercise again to see if my players focus on the task or they live in the past. So let's live in the present moments and enjoy the situation. And after that, the future, I don't know. But for sure, my job with the players is to respect the game and to respect the opposition and to respect ourselves. So the idea is to do a good performance against Minnesota, knowing that it won't be an easy game because easy game doesn't exist in MLS. So yeah, we are ready for that.
Columbus Crew head coach Wilfried Nancy looking ahead to tonight's game against Minnesota. Adrian Heath's the head coach of the United. He talked about the road success that gives Minnesota a tremendous amount of confidence going into this one.
Yeah, obviously. You know, we've been to places where people didn't expect us to win. I can think of St. Louis as the first one, Dallas on the opening day of the season. So we've proved on the road that we're capable of getting results and making it difficult. The one thing I do know, we're going to have to play well. They've probably got the best home form of all the teams in Major League at the minute. So, you know, playing well, good players, well coached, well drilled. Yeah, we're going to have to play well and take our opportunities when and if they come. They're really pleasing on the eye. They play on the front foot. They play really good football. Got good players in good spots, and yeah, it's going to be difficult. But hey, what I'm looking forward to.
Minnesota head coach Adrian Heath, I beg your pardon, getting ready, I should say, for this one tonight. We'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment. We're live at lower.com field, minutes away from kickoff on the flagship station of the Black and Gold, 97.1 The Fan.
Deem is a commercial and industrial mechanical and electrical company centrally located in Indianapolis, Indiana, with satellite offices throughout the Midwest, down to the southeastern United States. Deem offers HVAC, plumbing, electrical, refrigeration, industrial piping, building automation, and sheet metal installation and services. Deem also operates on a 24/7 emergency basis for all your service requests. They believe they can fully satisfy your construction and service needs. Contact them at 317-860-2990 so they may explain their services in further detail.
At AEP Energy, we believe it's possible to positively impact our community and the world around us by choosing renewable energy. That's why we offer Eco Advantage, our 100% renewable energy plan to power our homes and businesses for a smarter and greener future. So come on, crew fans, if you're thinking about switching energy suppliers, consider reducing your carbon footprint too. Make an impact and choose green energy. Visit aepenergy.com/crew to get started. That's aepenergy.com/crew, a proud partner of Columbus Crew.
While an affiliate of AEP Ohio, AEP Energy is not soliciting on behalf of and is not an agent of the utility.
You need someone to be there, knowing they'll always care. Someone who lights your way each and every day. Doing what you love is everything, so we can celebrate the joy it brings. There's so much to protect in our lives. That's why Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
Lower.com is the official mortgage sponsor of your Columbus Crew. We started right here in Columbus, and now we've got over 30,000 five-star reviews. To count that high, it'll take you 8 hours. But applying for a mortgage at Lower.com takes just 5 minutes. Easy choice. Kiss renting goodbye. The best mortgage ever starts with lower rates and lower payments. All at Lower.com. NMLS ID number 1124061. Equal housing lender. Terms and conditions apply. NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
We've all got our daydreams, right? Little things, big things, things you know one day you'll do. Then out of nowhere, cancer. And all your plans don't change a bit. I would know. I'm about to jump out of an airplane with my dad. Our first time skydiving solo. And my second year since starting cancer treatment at Ohio Health. All right, Dad, let's go. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keep-making-plans.
You save them, we broadcast them. Your flagship home for the Columbus Crew.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
And welcome back to the home of the Columbus Crew, Lower.com field on the Lower.com pregame show as we get set for the entry of the players onto the pitch tonight. To start off the Leagues Cup round of 32, a knockout round where the Columbus Crew and Minnesota United will battle tonight for the right to move on to next week, and the round of 16. Players and their youth player pals are getting set to exit the Huntington Bank Club down below as they have gathered now side by side. Hopefully it's not quite the angry interaction that we saw just about 20 minutes ago during warm-ups. The teams broke from their possession warm-ups, and then they got a little feisty in the midfield in their I guess understanding of something that had transpired that didn't sit right with one or two players. Coaches had cooler heads that prevailed. Our referees have exited the tunnel without the players, so they're doing things just a little bit differently here for Leagues Cup. But out comes Will Trapp, the captain of Minnesota United, leading the visitors tonight. And I guess actually they are the home team this evening, as they're the visiting team as they find their way out to midfield and get set for introductions. Nice to see Will back in Columbus. His first opportunity to play here at Lower.com field. When he finished the career with the Black and Gold, he was still with historic Crew Stadium with the Columbus Crew. Dane St. Clair, the goalkeeper, big tall presence for Minnesota, follows him and the rest of the players. Our referee tonight with the game ball delivery, match ball delivery presented by Donato's. Every piece is important. Our referee tonight is the same referee we saw against St. Louis a week and a half ago, I guess. It is Rayon Radix who will be the referee from Granada. Spent some time refereeing games with the Gold Cup during the summer. He has got the duty tonight with his staff. We had a chance to catch up with Wilfried Nancy this week, asked him about the plan tonight, but he did insist we do have a focus, but we also have the need for flexibility.
So, the way I look at it and the way I prepare the game is all the time the same. I try to see how they're going to attack and also how we can hurt them. So knowing that every game is different. So the way we play, maybe is going to change a bit the way they're going to defend. And this is a team who can play without having a lot of possession, but they are really good to counter. So we're going to have to be good to when we attack to be balanced, because we know that with the two players up front, they are really good to attack quickly. and also the way we're gonna attack is gonna depend about what they're gonna give us. So I don't like to prepare the game to say that we're gonna attack on the right side or in the middle. Or yes, we have a plan, but within this plan, the game will dictate what we want to do. So the idea is to change during the game.
Head coach Wilfried Nancy. Game is around the corner. The kickoff's next, presented by G&J Pepsi on the flagship station of the Black and Gold, 97.1 The Fan.
EDU and take the free career evaluation. You could start your new career in months, not years. Take classes online or on campus, and financial aid is available to qualified students, including the GI Bill. Now is the time. mycomputercareer.edu.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Chaps here. Once upon a time, a sit-up was my kryptonite, and push-ups, forget about it. But thanks to my pals at Awaken 180, those days are long gone. I'm talking 80 pounds, gone with the wind, evaporated, see you later kind of gone. You know what's back, though? My collection of vintage jerseys, forgotten at the back of my closet. They're hugging my newly svelte physique just in time for football season. And speaking of football, did I mention I trounced a former national champion football player during a push-up contest last weekend? Looking back, I was the king of procrastination. I thought I had an unbreakable bond with my extra pounds, like we were in some sort of twisted love triangle. Just me, my weight, and junk food. But as it turns out, all I needed was to dial up Awaken 180. Now my body fat is under 20% for the first time, and as I've told you before, I'm a new man, and even though there's less of me, I like the new chops. You can like the new you too. Just make the call. 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com. That's awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey, sports fans, there's no better feeling than when you're watching your team dominate. But remember, when the off-season comes, you can still channel your team spirit with a fresh coat of color. Ask Sherwin-Williams how you can make every day feel like game day with over 1,500 colors and the top-tier coaching staff to bring the energy of your team spirit home. Shop online or visit your neighborhood store today.
AgPro is celebrating summer with huge savings, and your home team has a whole crew of John Deere equipment in stock to fit your needs. Right now, get a Z315E zero-turn mower with 42-inch deck for $49 per month. Or upgrade to a 1023E compact tractor for $199 per month. Visit agproco.com for more info. Proud partner of the Columbus Crew. Offer in 7/31/23. Subject to approved credit. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Your radio home for Crew Soccer. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Well, they've amped it up here at lower.com field. The kickoff is coming up between Columbus and Minnesota. Our referee has realized that we're just a tad behind schedule. Players are in a huddle. We'll remind you, you can visit your Central Ohio Toyota dealers where you'll find more electrified vehicles than any other brand, including the powerfully efficient Toyota Sequoia with a 437 horsepower iForce Max hybrid engine that can tow up to 9,500 pounds. Sequoia is the ultimate SUV. Toyota, let's go places. Well, Will Trapp is the captain for Minnesota. He won the coin toss. Minnesota opted to defend the north goal in front of the north deck. Columbus will attack from the south. They're dressed in their gold kits from top to bottom. It's all black for Minnesota. Dane St. Clair, bright blue in the goalkeeper's kit from Adidas. And Evan Bush, who gets his second start in League's Cup, will be dressed in red from top to bottom as we're set to get started here as soon as the whistle's blown. Christian Ramirez, Cucho Hernandez over the ball. Awaiting word from the referee. There's the whistle and the kickoff, and we're underway. Cucho back to Aiden Morris, and now drop back to Zawatsky, who splits Moreira. And tonight, Yevon Chaburko, who gets his first start for the black and gold at left center back. And the supporters are in full throat tonight, though the stadium is not full. There's a lot going on downtown, and there's a lot of eyes on this game because Columbus defeated Club America handily on Monday night And there are some folks who are interested in knowing how they did it. And the personnel that were a part of that showing here tonight as starters for the black and gold. Forward to midfield, near side, Matan off a defender. This is going to be a throw-in for Melda Amundsen at midfield. He's playing in front of Shiburko this evening. Amundsen, long throw back to Zawadzki. He's isolated. He's going to go 1v1 and turn away on the dribble as Pookie puts some pressure on him. And now a nice ball to Morris and a quick combination play with Nagby. We go to Matan, working with Ramirez, who goes outside and can't quite make the pass beyond a dropping Josef Rosales. And a big ball back to Dane St. Clair. He'll send it long across midfield, brought down by Morera, who had a goal and an assist on Monday night against Club America. Evan Bush now, top of the 18. He'll play it short to Zawadzki. Columbus in control, second minute, 0-0's the score. Teemu Pukki, the new designated player for Minnesota. Putting pressure on the back. We had a collision with Ramirez and a defender. Pukki's on the run, going to be broken up by Shiburko. Shiburko on the dribble through midfield. Now he'll, as he's entering the middle third, drop it to Nagby. Near side, here's Amundsen. And down to the touchline, and Cuccio, whip ball into Matan. Matan can't keep it under control. Reynoso, near side, double teamed, out of bounds. No, he'll play it back neatly. This is Valentin. Back to Boxall. Boxall to Tapias. Far side. Minnesota working up the flank. Ragapane to Pukki. Pukki checks back in the midfield, turns on pressure from Aiden Morris. And now a whip ball across. On the run is Longawane, and it's going to be cleared out by Bush to midfield. Minnesota keeping the ball. Minnesota wants the ball a lot more than, say, a St. Louis or a Red Bull team. They like having the ball. Back to Dane St. Clair, the goalkeeper for Minnesota. They'll play it near side. Here's Valentin. Trying to play through Amundsen, gets it to Reynoso. Turns on the dribble, comes to midfield, slowed by Nagby. Triple team now, and one back by Columbus. Here's Shiburko. Square ball, Morris. Morris links up with Morera. Center circle, and now way outside. Here's Gressel getting a touch on it. He gets his first start for the Columbus Crew, arriving less than a dozen days ago in Columbus. Aiden Morris at midfield, back to Sean Zawadzki, who airs it out to the near side. Valentin will get a head on it. He'll play it outside, brought down by Longawane. Centrally, we go to Dotson, who redistributes to the far side. Rosales. And he'll play it back through the defenders. And then forward once again on this near side. Longawane working with Valentin, gets it back and then stripped out from underneath him by Shiburko. Aiden Morris, meantime, has to go to work and get it from Dotson. He'll play it forward to Cuccio, outside to Gressel. Whip ball in. Ramirez settles. Can't leave it with a second touch. It'll be cleared out by Minnesota. Gathered by Nagby. Back out to Gressel. Far side of the field. Centrally to Nagby now. 5th minute, 0-0's the score. Cuccio, combination with Matan. Broken up by Minnesota. Right up the middle to Reynoso, who's on the run. Zawadzki, no problem. Scoops it up. Drives it outside. Gressel's there. Touchline. Pulls it back with Rosales holding him up. Centrally to Nagby. Near side to Amundsen now. Amundsen. Drop ball to Shiburko. Centrally to the captain, Darlington Nagby. Back outside to Amundsen. Neatly around the defender to Ramirez. Whip ball in. Going to be left by Matan. Settled by Morris. Outside to Gressel. Inside on the cross, cleared out. Now here's Boxall, going to get on it, play it out to midfield. It'll bypass the target. Pukki will run onto it. He's got Zawadzki to beat. Cuts it inside. Shiburko gets to it first. Pukki with extra pressure. Outside from Bush to Shiburko. Centrally now to Nagby. Columbus handling the counterattack. Nagby up the middle. Lovely ball to Ramirez, who turns on the run. Inside the 18, the shot is saved by Dane St. Clair. What a ball by Cuccio. And Dane St. Clair stands up in possession, the goalkeeper ushering his center backs forward. And he'll put this one in the air with a big punt near side. Laongwane is on the run. Shaburko is there. To the goal line they go. Shaburko shields him off. Laongwane gets to it. Plays it back to Reynoso. The shot's blocked by Shaburko. The deflection sends the ball out of danger. Near side is Valentin. He'll play it forward. Laongwane. Back to Reynoso on the touchline. And now back to Boxall. Centrally to Will Trapp. And now a drop ball to Tapias. And now all the way back to the keeper, Dane St. Clair. 7th minute, 0-0's the score. St. Clair goes outside to Miguel Tapias. Ball left on the cleared ball by Tapias, looking for Pukki. Pukki runs onto it, wins it, turns from Zawadzki. Square ball to Reynoso. Near side, Laongwane. And back to Reynoso. And now here's Valentin. Whip ball in, headed out by Zawadzki. Brought down by Matan, gathered up by Trapp. Reynoso yet again. Reynoso with 4 goals in the regular season. Laongwane's on the run, so's Evan Bush, who pulls it out off the ground. Nice work by Bush. Distribution on the throw. He goes to Gressel. We'll have a foul called, as Asani Dotson did not allow Gressel to continue. And that obstruction call sends Gressel to the ground. Gressel will be slow to get up, but he'll get up on his own. And I beg your pardon, that was not Dotson out there. That's Rosales who took down Gressel, who hops to the outside. Quick restart. Morris to Morera. Now centrally to Zawadzki. 8th minute. We're live at Lower.com Field. Leagues Cup, round of 32. The knockout round. Here's Morera across midfield. Way outside to Gressel, who's getting chalk on his boots. Chip ball in, top of the 18. Headed out and away by Boxall. Second ball by Tapias. Toward midfield. One by Shaburko. Sent back to the mixer. Dane St. Clair comes out, gets to it. St. Clair on the ground to Rosales. Far side of the field now. 9th minute, 0-0 the score. Working with Dotson. Rosales gets it back. He'll play it back to Tapias. Big ball, chip to midfield. Reynoso brings it down. Fragapane. Left ball, centrally now. Here's Trapp across midfield. Outside to Buki, on the run to the corner. Zawadzki gives chase. And we'll have a handball called against Sean Zawadzki as he went down on the turf to block the cross. Buki played the cross. Sean's arm was dragging. And that is going to be a handball 99.9% of the time. The 1/10% when it's not is when the referee's looking the other way and the assistant referees are distracted. So a 9th minute penalty kick for Minnesota will give Emmanuel Reynoso an opportunity to step up. He had a couple of goals versus Puebla the other night. Darlington Nagby is having a word with the referee, Rayon Radix. And now the referee is saying he will not hear anything more. Evan Bush with the start tonight. He's got 188 starts in Major League Soccer. He, of course, was a part of the U.S. Open Cup run that ended against the Riverhounds, and now Radix is going to go to the big screen. There seems to be some doubt cast by the VAR officials, and they are going to have the referee here head to the screen. So he's gone to the far side of the field. Wilfried Nancy dressed in a sporty striped polo tonight with blue jeans and gray sneaker shoes of some sort. We're in the 11th minute. We're awaiting word from our referee as he reviews the handball call. And now he's stepping away from the screen and headed to midfield. He's blown the whistle. It is not a penalty kick. Wow. It went off his side. The decision from VAR is that there's no penalty. It went off Sawatsky's hip. And it's funny, Reynoso just went over and kind of shook Sawatsky's hand. So there's the drop ball, and we're back underway. 12th minute, 0-0 the score. VAR calling back the handball called on the pitch a moment ago. And distribution near side to Yevin Shaburko. Oh, he's kind of lazy on the pass back. Reynoso steps in, but Nagby's going to come in with Shaburko's second effort. And a quick flick by Ramirez will be gobbled up by Dotson. He'll play it back negatively to Rosales, who goes back to the Minnesota keeper, Dane St. Clair, who played at Maryland and distributes to the far side. Didn't spend a lot of time at Maryland. In fact, wanted to be a pro before he got there. He's Canadian-born. And actually, here we go with Aiden Morris working with Nagby, top of the 18, left for Cucho on the far side. Now here's Gressel, whip ball in, effort by Ramirez, and it's cleared out by Minnesota. To midfield to Pookie. A left ball, and now it's cleared to the near side where Shaburko will settle it, no problem there. He'll come to the near side with Amundsen, and now Baton, who's spread out wide. 1v1 with Valentin, cutting in on the dribble. Square ball to Morris, left for Nagby. Pressure comes right away, near side, here's Shaburko. Through ball to Baton inside the 18, it'll run out of bounds, and this will be a goal kick for Minnesota. Columbia Gas is a proud partner of the Columbus Crew. If you're in need of assistance with your natural gas bill, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, or next door at Columbia Gas. We're here for you. 13th minute, 0-0's the score. The winner of this one advances to a Tuesday Sweet 16 matchup in the League's Cup. Short ball by St. Clair. And that'll be a driven ball by Tobias to midfield. That'll be promptly won back by Columbus. Shaburko works in combination. I beg your pardon, Amundsen working with Cucho. And now drop ball to Shaburko. Square central. Here's Nagby. And now Marrero. Big ball over the top, finds Gressel. Top of the 18. Whip ball in, going to be cleared out at the last moment by Tobias. And we've got a corner kick coming for Columbus. No, an offside call against Ramirez. And so a free kick coming for Minnesota. Actually, it's an offside call against Gressel. And the free kick will be taken by Dane St. Clair. 14th minute, 0-0's the score. Good-looking crowd here tonight. Only 4 days to decide whether or not you had a Friday off and you could come play super fan for the black and gold here at Lower.com Field. It is still a good-looking crowd here at Lower.com Field. Supporters section, the Nordeck, looking strong as ever with the drum line and the horns. Big ball by St. Clair across midfield. Going to be one out of the air by Zawatsky. A couple of quick touches, and Minnesota wins it back down out of the air. Far side of the field, Reynoso on the run to the goal line. Broken up by Zawatsky. He'll get to it, hold it up, play it forward. Here's Morris now back into the 18. He'll drop it for Bush, the goalkeeper, and now near side. Settled by Amundsen. Forward ball to Cucho. Touch inside, picking his head up. Driven ball, looking for Ramirez. It goes to Dane St. Clair, however. They'll play it to Tobias, and now way outside. Here's Rosales. Back to Tobias. Centrally to Dotson. Hassani Dotson. Forward. And now whipped outside, near side. Valentin with a head ball. Langongwane cannot get to it. We're going to have Baton step in. He'll go to the top of the 18. Lay it out for Cucho. The shot saved by Dane St. Clair. And a corner kick coming for Columbus. The absence of Lucas Celarayán prompts the question, who takes the corner kicks? Of course, we've seen Alex Baton do it. Last year, we saw Aiden Morris doing it. But the new addition to the roster will be Julian Gressel stepping up to take the corner kicks. Gressel on this near side in front of the Nordeck. And getting the chant from the Nordeck. Here's Julian Gressel's debut as a server of corner kicks with the black and gold. Baton comes out for the short option. I think Gressel wants to whip this one in. Gressel, one arm up, one arm down, whip ball in, far post, headed out and away by Boxell. Brought down by Morris. He's going to get around the traffic. It'll be broken up by Minnesota. Reynoso receives, turns, plays it across far side. On the run, Spooky. He'll bring it down 1v1 with Marrera. Lays it down inside. We'll have an offside call coming. That's got to be offside. And they're going to call goal. Oh, my heavens. They're going to call goal for Minnesota. Pookie laid it out for Langone, and that has got to be an offside call in the 17th minute. So in the 9th minute, they reviewed and found that the penalty kick awarded was not to be awarded against the Crew. Here we are in the 17th minute with a goal scored. I got it. And the crowd has seen the video return on the big board, and they've all just reacted. And Evan Bush now has the ball, and the VAR chants have begun. The referee has asked for the ball to come to the center circle. That has got to be reviewed. Columbus is trying to delay this. Baton purposely standing in an offside position. And now they've started it. They've allowed the goal to stand. And Minnesota's going to keep possession as the ball goes back to Dane St. Clair. And now to the near side, here's Valentin working in combination as he works his way down to midfield. Reynoso can't help him out. Ball knocked out of bounds. So it's 1-0 Minnesota. Shaburko with the throw in front of the Minnesota bench into the attacking half with the ball going to Will Trapp, who pulls it off his knee and it goes to midfield. It'll be gathered up by Sean Zawatsky. Zawatsky outside to Marrera. And so the question becomes now, how does Columbus manage this game? Knowing that they've faced some early adversity. They did so against Club America. They faced it with St. Louis. Here's Morris, airing it out near side to Cucho Hernandez. Drop ball to Morris. Feints one way, goes the other. Centrally to Nagby, now forward to Matan. Here's Matan. And he'll get fouled, but advantage will be allowed. Square ball to Nagby. Morris, and now Zawatsky at midfield. Morris, now near side Shaburko. Now to the touchline, and Amundsen. Amundsen goes 1v1 against Valentin. Has to pull it back, drops it to Shaburko. Pressure coming by Reynoso on Shaburko. Oh my heavens, and a yellow card coming out on Yevon Shaburko for holding on the jersey of Manuel Reynoso. And here comes the free kick by Valentin. Short ball to Reynoso at the touchline on the near side, centrally. Looking for Langone and cannot find him. Broken up by Shaburko. Valentin looking down behind the line on the pass, deflected by Columbus, cleared out by Zawatsky. Throw in coming near side. Valentin into Reynoso. Back to Valentin. Langone 1v1 with Shaburko. Matan, Cucho. And a poke ball forward by Cucho is broken up by Boxell at midfield. He's going to drop this one to Tobias. They'll switch it to the other side. This is Rosales. Centrally now. And broken up by Morris. Here's Gressel, who's at midfield. That's not where we want to see Julian Gressel. He'll make the overlapping run as he gives to Aiden Morris. Now he'll get it back in an advanced position. Drop ball to Marrera. Centrally we come now. Here's Shaburko. Near side to Amundsen, who starts as a winger tonight. Centrally to Nagbe. Morris has got time and space. He'll take it on the dribble. Morris turns away from the first line of pressure. Drops it to Amundsen. Makes the run. Cross ball effort blocked by Minnesota. Second ball deflected. Played centrally to Nagbe. Whipped outside far side. Here's Gressel 1v1. Ball played in on the turf. Going to be cleared out by Minnesota. Gressel will get to it. Play it to Marrera. Now Nagbe in the middle of the park. 22nd minute. Minnesota leads 1-0. Near side, Shaburko. Amundsen, back to Shaburko. Whip ball, far post, out of bounds. Going to be a goal kick coming. So Minnesota's in the driver's seat after a goal scored in the 17th minute. The assist to Timu Puki. And the goal scored by Bongo Langangwane. He's got a total of 5 goals in this tournament right now. Midfield, Amundsen drops this one to Shaburko as Columbus maintains possession. Centrally to Zawansky, who's on the run. Nice ball, threaded, beating the second line of defense, finds Matan. Matan with nowhere to go, plays it back to Nagbe. Going to air it out, far corner, to the flag and Gressel, who can't bring it down in time. Throw in deep in the Minnesota territory, and it'll be a United throw in. Columbus shifts, gets their defensive shape to pin in Minnesota in that far corner in front of the door deck. The long throw down the line is headed down by Marrera to Morris. And out of bounds. Throw in coming from Minnesota. Well, the 2024 season tickets are on sale now. Don't miss your chance to join our crew and secure your seats today. Membership perks include the NMLS Season Pass on Apple TV, member-only private events, and a lot more. Visit columbuscrew.com/tickets for more information. After the throw, ball knocked back to the goalkeeper, Dane St. Clair. He sends it long on the far side of the field. It'll be headed out by Zawadsky, and a throw-in coming at the midfield stripe for Minnesota. They lead 1-0 after a goal in the 17th minute. We're at minute 24 now. And they'll play it back. This will be Topias, who plays it centrally to Boxall, and now Valentin down the line. Shaburko will give chase. He'll get to it first. Langangwane with token defense as Shaburko finds Amundsen on the line. Centrally to Nagbe. Nice ball freed up to the far side. Going to be intercepted decently by Josef Rosales. And then the quick turnover by Aiden Morris. And now here comes Columbus. Aiden will turn away from the touchline and come into the center of the park. He'll switch it to the near side and Amundsen. Touch inside to Matan. He's within 18. He's 1v1 with Valentin. He'll pull it back, top of the 18. Assess his help on the outside, then play it centrally to Morris. Morris to Cucho, 19 yards out. Flank ball to Julian Gressel. Drop back to Marrera. Centrally to Nagbe now. Columbus looking to answer this 1-goal deficit. Marrera, far side, Gressel to the goal line, and Aiden Morris. That'll be a corner kick coming for Columbus. And Julian Gressel, who took the first corner kick tonight, will take the one from the opposite side of the field, too, with the right foot, a natural outswinger. 26th minute, Columbus trails Minnesota 1-0 in this round of 32 knockout game of Leagues Cup. Short ball option to Matan. He'll play at top of the arc to Aiden Morris, who shoots! And it's a goal kick. That ball traveled on the ground to the near post. What a bullet from Aiden Morris. And they're arguing that it was touched to the outside by Dane St. Clair. But a goal kick's been awarded to Minnesota. So from the 6, a quick ball to Michael Boxall. Hold on just a second. The referee has come back, pulled the goal kick back. Oh, the ball that that Aiden shot bounced off the signboard behind the goal and landed behind the goal. So the referee has asked for that ball to be changed out. Dane St. Clair and Michael Boxall are paying attention to the opportunity to waste time. Now they're getting a talking to. So they won't be doing that much longer. St. Clair to Boxall. Near side to Valentin. Up the line. Lagomwene can't get to it. Shaburko does. Square ball to Morris. And he'll turn away from pressure from Asani Dotson. Play it forward to Nagby. Nagby turns away from pressure. Near side, here's Shaburko. Broken up by Reynoso. Shaburko's going to have to make a quicker decision there. Reynoso's going to travel to midfield and beyond. Shaburko's going to have to give chase. Reynoso cuts Shaburko. My goodness, top of the 18. Reynoso with a shot deflected. Second ball comes down outside the 18. It's settled by Fragapane, but he can't do anything with it. Columbus takes over. Centrally to Nagby, near side to Amundsen. Columbus trails 1-0, 28th minute. They've had a lot of the ball. Minnesota scored that goal in the 17th, and they have not really been interested in possession. If they think they're going to defend their way through the remainder of this game, they've got another thought coming. Here's Shaburko, centrally, headed down and away by Boxall. Ramirez gets the second ball. There's a bit of a tackle from behind. There's no foul there as Will Trapp messes up Ramirez's effort and teeing up a shot. And Dane St. Clair comes away with it unscathed. The goalkeeper walks his way to the top of the 18. He's going to get an earful from the Nordeck as he kills the clock. Now finally punted across midfield. Sawatsky heads it down. Lagomwene will leave it for Reynoso. Back to Lagomwene. And now from the flank, ball to Pukki, top of the 18. The shot is blocked by Sawatsky. Second ball. Reynoso who picks it up. On the dribble at the goal line. Cuts two defenders. Knocked out of bounds by Shaburko. And a goal kick has been awarded. The assistant referee yielded to the referee on that call. And the referee called the goal kick. Quick goal kick by Bush. Outside to Gressel. Centrally to Aiden Morris. Forward to Ramirez, but broken up by Minnesota. It'll come back to Columbus. Shaburko will go ahead and settle it. Centrally to Morris. Square ball to Nagby. Away from Pukki, forward we go to Matan, across midfield and outside to Gressel, who's on the run. Rosales gives chase. The crossed effort is knocked out by Rosales, and here's Gressel now with the third corner kick of the match. Gressel's on the far side. It'll be an outswinger with the right foot. I have to say, not a lot in the way of targets inside the 18 crash in the goal mouth. Let's see what happens. We do have 5 now in there, but Matan's going to pull out as a short option. Here's the service, driven to the top of the 18. Going to bypass Cucho. Reynoso gets to it. Slide tackle by Amundsen. Distribution outside. Lagomwene's on the run. He'll play it back to Reynoso. Broken up by Amundsen. Left for Cucho, who's on the dribble. Back to Morera, who's going to come from the central spot. Across midfield on the dribble. Outside we go to Gressel. Forward we go to Cucho. Whip ball across is going to deflect off the defender. And Tobias is going to guide that deflection off of Cucho. And a corner throw-in is going to be awarded to Minnesota. Meantime, Tobias has gone down. is going to actually need some assistance. So the athletic trainers for Minnesota on their way out in the 31st minute. You can bring the thrill of the stadium to your wallet with the Love My Crew checking account from Pathways. It's the only checking account that rewards you for being a Crew fan. Pathways Financial Credit Union, your true financial partner. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Columbus and Minnesota here at Lower.com Field. Glad you're with us tonight. Our thanks to our producer, Bodie Wells, our technical producer on site, Zach Mueller. Thanks to Rob McBurnett, Eunice Kim, at Columbus Crew Communications. And we're glad you're with us. The Crew trail Minnesota 1-0. The goal in the 17th by Bongo Langangwane. The assist to Timu Puki. And Langangwane has got 5 goals in this tournament. This is only his 3rd game. Stats-wise, the Crew with 63% of the possession tonight. Teams are level with 4 shots apiece, and the Crew lead with 2 shots on frame to just 1 for Minnesota. So Tobias is off the field. He'll probably come back on. Far side throw-in coming for Minnesota from about 11 yards out. Long throw down the line, going to be headed by Moreira. Aiden Morris will settle, bring it to Zawatsky. And now here's Yevon Shaburko at the midfield strike. Centrally to Zawatsky. Zawatsky, Shaburko, Morris. And the Crew knock it to the center circle in Zawatsky. Forward to Ramirez, frees up Matan, poked out of the way by Rosales, and another corner kick coming. Far side of the field in front of the Nordeck, Julian Gressel. 4th corner kick of the match for the Black and Gold. Here's Gressel, service to the 6. Takes a hop, going to be gathered by Nagby. Takes a shot up and over the crossbar. He had the volley. He played the half volley instead. Got underneath it, couldn't keep it down. And so a goal kick coming for Minnesota. Dane St. Clair puts it on the top of the 6, on the far side of the 6 anyway. He's got Rosales and Boxall. And now he'll send them forward. 34th minute, Minnesota leads 1-0 in this League's Cup knockout round. Across midfield. Out of the air. Off of Zawatsky, gathered by Gressel on the far side. Gressel switches with a big ball. Near side, Amundson's on the run. Brings it down in stride. Big ball to the far side. Wow, a lot of mustard on that. Goes to row 6. He had quite a bit of momentum behind him. As Minnesota distributes on the goal kick quickly, Columbus is able to take over possession. Herrera gets around the defender. He'll come inside the 18, play it across. It'll take a hop. Amundsen on this near side runs it down to the touchline. Plays it inside, broken up by Langangwane, who's on the run along the touchline. Nagby's going to give chase. Langangwane will pull it back. Reynoso central. Now back to Langangwane, who makes a run to the goal line, and it'll go out of bounds for a goal kick for Columbus. 35th minute. Minnesota leads 1-0 on a goal in the 17th. They did have a goal in the 9th, but that was pulled back by VAR review and an offside call that denied the effort at goal. Here's the ball from Zawatsky to Moreira on the dribble to midfield. He'll drop this ball. Zawatsky now. Defensive half of the field, near side, plays it to Shaburko. Near side to Amundsen. Down the line, Cucco's on the run with Boxall behind him. Central ball finds Amundsen, and now Nagby. Nagby centrally to Matan. 1v1 with Trapp. Pulls it back outside to Gressel. Here's Gressel with the cross ball to the far post. Cucco's there, going to pop out of bounds. This will be a goal kick coming for Minnesota. Christian Ramirez, who's playing his old team, played for them in 2017, 2019. Actually had his best year in terms of goal scoring in 2017 in Major League Soccer, had 14 goals. This is his second best goal scoring season. He's got 8 in the regular season for Columbus this year. Long ball on the goal kick comes to the near side. Lananwane combining with Reynoso with the ball out of the air. To midfield, brought under control by Columbus. Here's Morris turning on the dribble, forward to Cucco, far side now. Gressel brings it down. 1v1 with Reynoso. He'll play it back to Marrero. Centrally to Aiden Morris. Square ball near side, Yevon Shaburko. Shaburko left for Matan. Matan, top of the 18, outside to Amundsen. Drop ball to Shaburko, inside to Matan. Matan gets fouled. No whistle coming. I thought for sure. I think he didn't signal advantage. Here's Matan. Dribbling to the near side. Left for Amundsen. Centrally to Shaburko. Shaburko back outside to Amundsen. Amundsen with Reynoso knocking it out of bounds from underneath. This will be a throw-in for Columbus. Quickly, inside to Shaburko. Square ball centrally. Here's Nagbe. 38th minute, Columbus trails 1-0. Square ball to Cucco, guides it far side. Here's Gressel, giving it back to Cucco. Cross ball to the far post. Going to take a hop. Going to stay in bounds. Run down by Amundsen. And off the defender, that should be a Crew throw-in. And it is. And we're going to get a yellow card for Reynoso. No, Adrian Heath. Adrian Heath has just picked up a yellow for the Minnesota United bench. And this is in the 38th minute. He had been talking to the fourth official, I'm not sure what about. That throw, and Columbus cycling the ball to the far side of the field. Here's Cucco. Centrally to Marrero. Inside to Ramirez! Oh, broken up by Boxall, and this will be a corner kick coming for Columbus. Boy, they desperately want Ramirez to score against their old team. Columbus has been feeding Christian since this game began. Gressel on the far side of the pitch, in front of the Nordeck. Julian Gressel approaches, drives the ball near post. Headed out by Minnesota, takes a hop, and settled by Nagbe, who puts it outside on this first touch. And bypasses Cucco, throw-in coming for Minnesota. So this will come from about 12 yards off the goal line on this near touch line. Minnesota will put it back into play. And at midfield, it'll be headed out on the throw-in. Lananwane with the head ball. The throw-in coming for the black and gold. Shaburko's going to leave this one for Amundsen. Both coaches off the bench, standing at the edge of the technical area. Amundsen, after the throw, centrally to Cucco, on the run, far side, Gressel, inside the 18, cross ball deflected. Second ball going to be run down. The shot by Matan's not even on frame. And Minnesota's appealing that last throw-in, indicating there may have been something wrong with it, but I wouldn't chase that if I was a player. Just let it go. If they're not going to call it, they're not going to call it. Fight the bigger fight. Goal kick coming for Minnesota. St. Clair plays it short. Outside to Rosales. Forward, broken up. Gressel, and Ramirez was caught standing. And knocked knocked out of bounds by Dane St. Clair. The quick throw-in on the far side by Gressel finds its way to Nagby. Back to the far side in Baton. Now centrally again to Nagby. Square ball near side. Here's Shaberko. Here's Amundsen. Down the line to Morris. 1v1 with Valentin. He'll pull it back on the dribble. Play it to Nagby. Nagby to Cuccio. Pulls it around. And we're going to have a yellow card coming for Cuccio. As the tackle was pretty clean from underneath in terms of the dispossession by Minnesota. But Cuccio trailed a leg. And the yellow card comes out for Cuccio Hernandez in the 42nd minute. Fragapane is going to come up with the help of the referee. And a free kick awarded. Boxall will put it back into play. He'll play it to Tobias. Back to Boxall, center part of the park. 42nd minute. Dotson back to Boxall, back to Dotson. Near side, broken up by Amundsen inside to Cuccio, who's on the run. Back to Amundsen. The shot's a goal for Columbus. Melda Amundsen has scored twice in the regular season for the Black and Gold. This is his first goal in Leagues Cup. A punch in the air to the Nordeck. And Columbus has tied this one 1-1. Now, 43rd minute. Kickoff from Minnesota. Back to Trapp. Columbus had been working for that one for quite some time in this first half. We go outside. Down the line. Pass looking for Pookie. Broken up by Columbus. Quick ball. Centrally to Cuccio. Now outside to Matano, who runs on the run. He'll go to the goal line. Look to pull it back. That ball was out of bounds. It should be a goal kick, and it will be. Black smoke from the Nordeck. Quick goal kick by St. Clair. Valentin near side. Chased down by Cuccio. Ball centrally to Langawane. He'll turn on pressure from Morris. Will Trapp. Far side. Rosales. Ball back to Tapias. Now Boxall. Michael Boxall, who of course represents the national team in New Zealand. Near side to Valentin. Dotson forward looking for Pookie. Broken up by Zawadzki. Cleared out by Reynoso. Throw-in coming in midfield. And this will be Amundsen with the toss. Uses the forward option and Cuccio down the line. Cuccio gets around three defenders, eventually knocked out of bounds by Asani Dobson. And this is another throw-in coming for Columbus at midfield, same spot. The throw-in's a long one back now. Here's Yevon Shaberko in his first start for the Black and Gold. Centrally to Zawadzki. Forward we go to Aiden Morris. Morris drop ball to Zawadzki after attracting three defenders. Near side, here's Yevon Shaberko. Near side to Amundsen. Oh, Cuccio was just leveled by Boxall. A yellow card coming out for Boxall now. Absolutely unnecessary. Reynoso's going to have a word with our referee. Rayon Radix is going to give it right back to him. 3 minutes of added time in this first half of play. That from our fourth official. Shaberko standing over the ball. Langawene will have to retreat at the direction of the referee. And the short ball on the restart goes to Zawadzki in the middle of the park. Here's Zawadzki. Back to the near side in Shaburko. Centrally to Nagby. Nagby back to Morris. Keeps it going far side. Nice work by Hayden. Baton, big ball outside to Gressel. Whip ball in is loose. Amundsen shoots in. Saved by Dean St. Clair. Second ball brought down by Nagby. Drop to Hayden. Big ball far side to Gressel. Whip ball in and across on the first touch and bypasses the targets for a goal kick coming in. The fans love it. At first service, Christian Ramirez just a little farther ahead on the ball. Goal kick by St. Clair. He'll put it outside to Topias, way outside. This is Rosales, back to Topias, forward to Pookie. And that's going to be bypassing Pookie altogether. It's kind of interesting that Teemu Pukki is the new DP. He's 33 years old from Finland. I kind of feel like he might be a little bit old. But, you know, a Finnish player going to Minnesota, he's got to be like, I don't know, the cold weather's not going to bother me that much. Finland's a cold weather country, as I've learned from my neighbor. Here's Zawadzki. Forward to Cuccio. Looking for Ramirez, broken up by Boxel. Will trap. Near side, Valentin on the run. Puts it on the turf. Reynoso's on the run. Shaburko gets there first and back to Evan Bush. Pukki gives chase. Outside Bush goes to Marrera. Now we cycle it to the far side in Gressel. Columbus central to Aiden Morris, and now the Crew. They've got a numbers even situation right now. They'll play outside to Marrera, who identifies the vulnerability. Outside to Gressel, whip ball across, cleared out and away by Trapp. Throw in coming for Columbus. Inside 3 minutes of added time, 30 seconds of which remain. Columbus and Minnesota tied at 1 in added time of the first half. Aiden Morris with the toss in. Zawadzki at midfield. Zawadzki centrally. Here's Yevon Shaburko. Forward to Matan. Then Nagby, the captain, finds Morris. Morris. And the dummy by Gressel. Marrera with the cross. Going to be cleared out by Rosales. Corner kick coming for Columbus. Julian Gressel on the far side of the field. Got to be a record for first half corner kicks. Gressel on the far side with the service. Matan can't leave it. Deflected by Asani Dotson to midfield on the clearance. Meets the whistle by the referee. That'll end the first half of play. Added time in this one, presented by Vertiv, the architects of continuity. Our halftime score, Columbus 1, Minnesota 1. Brought to you by Tipico Sportsbook. Back in a moment on the flagship station of the Black and Gold, 97.1 The Fan.
Home is where you start the day. Out the door, you're on your way. All the places you wanna go. Maybe you should take it slow. There's so much to care for in your life. That's why Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
Lower.com is the official mortgage sponsor of your Columbus Crew. We started right here in Columbus, and now we've got over 30,000 five-star reviews. To count that high, it'll take you 8 hours. But applying for a mortgage at Lower.com takes just 5 minutes. Easy choice. Kiss renting goodbye. The best mortgage ever starts with lower rates and lower payments. All at Lower.com. NMLS ID number 1124061. Equal housing lender. Terms and conditions apply. NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
We've all got it, you know, that one crazy thing you've always wanted to do, that bucket list goal. Then a cancer diagnosis, and that one thing still goes according to plan. I would know I'm getting my first tattoo right now, while my 3 beautiful daughters laugh hysterically at me. 58 years old, 4 years of cancer-free checkups at Ohio Health. Go ahead and get a picture, girls. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans.
Tipico Sportsbook is here, Ohio. Whether you've been with the crew since the inaugural kick or you're just joining the action today, it's time to bet with the best and the official sportsbook partner of the Columbus Crew. Tipico has the best odds on Ohio teams and players because we know you want to ride with the home team. Get a bonus when you deposit now and show us that Ohio passion. Must be 21 or older and physically located in Ohio. See Tipico Sportsbook website for terms and conditions. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
At AEP Energy, we believe it's possible to positively impact our community and the world around us by choosing renewable energy. That's why we offer Eco Advantage, our 100% renewable energy plan to power our homes and businesses for a smarter and greener future. So come on, crew fans, if you're thinking about switching energy suppliers, consider reducing your carbon footprint too. Make an impact and choose green energy. Visit aepenergy.com/crew to get started. That's aepenergy.com/crew. A proud partner of Columbus Crew.
While an affiliate of AEP Ohio, AEP Energy is not soliciting on behalf of and is not an agent of the utility.
The Performance Columbus family of dealerships are excited and proud to be an official partner of Columbus Crew SC. And just like the crew, we believe in offering an exceptional experience while building a winning culture. It's going to be an exciting season ahead as we come together to reignite our community spirit and celebrate our new home and say goodbye to our old one. So join us as we cheer on the crew. We're Toyota Direct, Performance Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, Georgesville and Delaware, Performance GMC Cadillac, and of course, Honda Marysville. Performance Columbus, we're all closer than you think. Go Crew!
You save them, we broadcast them. Your flagship home for the Columbus Crew.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Power up, carbon down with AEP Energy. We had the power in the latter part of the first half as the Columbus Crew were able to find a goal to level the scoreline 1-1 with Minnesota. Leagues Cup, round of 32. Last round of games tonight. We move to the Sweet 16 after this evening. This one tonight for the rights to move on to Tuesday night and a matchup against a soon-to-be-determined opponent. Welcome back to Lower.com Field. Teams are in the locker room. We've got a couple of reserves for the black and gold out knocking soccer balls around right now. Let's take a look at halftime stats powered by Performance Auto Columbus. Possession-wise, Columbus loves the ball. They've had the ball 67 to 33% of the time. That's going to be a trouble spot for Minnesota because they love to have the ball too. How patient can they be playing the counterattack soccer they need to play in order to keep up with the black and gold and eventually get ahead? We'll have to wait and see. Columbus led in the shots category 10-4. The Crew have got 4 shots on frame to just 1 for Minnesota tonight. Columbus has had 2 shots blocked to 3 shots blocked for Minnesota. The Crew with 87% passing accuracy, pretty typical for the black and gold. Minnesota at 73%. Columbus has had 6 corners to just 0 for Minnesota in the first half of play. In terms of crosses, there have been 13 for the Crew and only 1 for Minnesota. The goalkeepers, Evan Bush. It's all the same, right? It's great to have a number of Bush goalkeepers in the annals of history for the Columbus Crew. Evan Bush, with his second Leagues Cup start tonight, has not made any saves, and Dane St. Clair has had to make 3. There have been 4 fouls in this one. There are 3 yellow cards, one of which is on the bench. Adrian Healy getting one of the yellow cards in that first half of play. The score line is 1-1. A goal in the 17th minute by Bongo Longangwane, and in the 43rd minute by Melda Amundsen has this score line level at 1 apiece. We're back in a moment as we continue on the flagship station of the Black and Gold, 97.1 The Fan.
Hey, honey, I'm home.
Bob, I just hung up with Joe. It's the 4th time he's called this week. He says he's worried because for the first time in 12 years, you didn't buy my anniversary jewelry from him.
You didn't tell him, did you?
No, I didn't tell him how we made the switch to Diamonds Direct and how much I love my new diamond ring or these incredible diamond stud earrings you got me either.
Bob's gonna go nuts when he finds out. But I can't believe how all these things he used to say about Diamonds Direct just aren't true. And the prices are a lot better than his.
Yeah, and what I love is the free service at Diamonds Direct. I can get my jewelry cleaned anytime. And everyone there is like family.
Are you getting all you deserve from your jeweler? You might be surprised. Maybe it's time to make the switch to Diamonds Direct for guaranteed better value, selection, service, and quality.
If he comes up on the caller ID, just don't answer it.
All right, but we can't keep dodging him. You know we're going to see him at the family reunion.
Yeah, I know.
Diamonds Direct. No middleman, no pricing games, no compromises. Get details and showroom directions at diamondsdirect.com.
Chops here. Once upon a time, a sit-up was my kryptonite, and push-ups, forget about it. But thanks to my pals at Awaken 180, those days are long gone. I'm talking 80 pounds, gone with the wind, evaporated, see you later kind of gone. You know what's back, though? My collection of vintage jerseys, forgotten at the back of my closet. They're hugging my newly svelte physique just in time for football season. And speaking of football, did I mention I trounced a former national champion football player during a push-up contest last weekend? Looking back, I was the king of procrastination. I thought I had an unbreakable bond with my extra pounds, like we were in some sort of twisted love triangle. Just me, my weight, and junk food. But as it turns out, all I needed was to dial up Awaken 180. Now my body fat is under 20% for the first time, and as I've told you before, I'm a new man, and even though there's less of me, I like the new chops. You can like the new you too. Just make the call. 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com. That's awaken180weightloss.com.
Have you ever told someone struggling with their mental health to snap out of it or push through it? Or thought they were showing weakness by asking for help? We're here to say those are BS. Big stigmas. And stigmas are a big reason people might not be comfortable talking about their mental health. Nearly 2 million Ohioans live with a mental health condition. So if someone tells you they're struggling, say something supportive like, "I'm here for you," or "talking to someone could help." Ohio, challenge what you know about mental health at beatthestigma.org.
This is 3C Body Shop, here to share Gerard's real experience getting his car fixed after he was in an accident.
I drove over something on the road on my way to work really early in the morning, and it ruined my car. They took care of everything. They dealt with my insurance, and they got me a rental card right away while mine was being fixed. When I got it back, it blew me away. It was absolutely beautiful, like it just rolled off the assembly line. I'm Gerard from Delaware, and I would absolutely recommend 3C Body Shop.
We are your flagship station for the Crew, the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Back again, livelower.com. Field reserves for both teams are out on the turf, knocking soccer balls around. 1-1's the score at the halftime break. As Columbus and Minnesota battle it out in this round of 32, the opportunity to move on to the round of 16 and a game on Tuesday night. Got 7 games on the Leagues Cup schedule tonight. Chicago playing host to Club America. They are scoreless in the first half. Cincinnati down south with a matchup against Nashville. They, too, are scoreless in the first half of play. Leon and RSL will battle it out at 9 o'clock. That game was postponed due to severe weather. Did you see the video on social media about the raccoon dropping into the press box during the severe weather delay last night at Real Salt Lake? Oh, my gosh. And then the funniest part was when someone tweeted that it was actually Rocky the Raccoon from Old Veterans Stadium in RFK Stadium in Washington, D.C., who had been picked up on TAM and GAM money just before the trade deadline. He was traded from D.C. United to RSL. Very funny stuff. Sometimes social media can be entertaining. Toluca and Sporting Kansas City battle tonight beginning about now, as a matter of fact. And Monterrey and Portland have got a date in an hour. Then it's Tigres and Vancouver. That'll wrap up the round of 32. We'll begin the round of 16 on Sunday in the Leagues Cup. Should be very entertaining as we move through the next couple of days and weeks ahead, keeping an eye on the matchups for both the Columbus Crew as well as all the other teams involved in the tournament. Well, we're at 1-1 at halftime, and the second half kickoff is right around the corner. It'll be brought to you by G&J Pepsi on the flagship station of the Columbus Crew, 97.1 The Fan.
Hey, Crew fans, break away from ordinary checking with a free account that helps you save. Introducing the Love My Crew checking account from Pathways Financial Credit Union. Love My Crew account holders get an exclusive Crew debit card, and Pathways will round up your everyday purchases into a high-yield savings account. You also get discounts on Crew tickets and at the Crew Team store. When you activate, you'll get a $50 gift card and donate $50 to the Columbus Crew Foundation. Sign up online at pathwayscu.com/lovemycrew. Pathways Financial Credit Union, your path to better banking and the official credit union of the Columbus Crew. Federally insured by the NCUA.
We know you'd rather not be listening to an ad, but if you have to, a mini ad is better. Maybe even a Pepsi mini ad. Still all the flavor of the full-size thing, just minier. Pepsi Minis. That's what I like.
This summer, try any specially marked 20-ounce bottle of Pepsi, Mountain Dew, or Starry to get Apple Music for up to 3 months free. Can you say best summer ever? Ends 9/17/23. New and qualified returning subscribers only. Renews for $10.99 a month until canceled. See full terms at PressPlayInSummer.com.
Get your phone, get your laptop, get online, and get the pizza party started, because now at Donato's, it's an online pizza party all month long. Get 20% off all your Donato's favorites when you order online through August 27th. 20% off their famous thin crust pizzas, oven-baked subs, salads, wings, you name it. Join the Donato's online pizza party today. Get 20% off your online order now and all month long at Donatos.com. Donato's, every piece is important. White Claw delivers a wave of pure refreshment in a variety of flavors. From the originals, black cherry and mango, with all new flavors such as blackberry and peach. Crafted using our unique Brew Pure process, White Claw brings a crisp taste with 100 calories, 5% alcohol, and 2 grams carbs. Check out your favorite retailer in-store or online for White Claw variety packs, single flavor packs, and single-serve cans.
In 1925, Modelo began brewing beer for those who believe in better. A model beer, steeped in the tradition of tireless effort. A rich Pilsner-style lager for those who wear their heart and heritage in their rolled-up sleeve. Since our first batch 94 years ago, to every bottle raised today, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Columbia Gas wants our customers to be safe and warm through this heating season, because no one should have to spend the cold winter months without heat. If you're having trouble paying your bill, please reach out to us. We are ready to assist with payment plans and answers to your questions. Call 800-344-4077 or message us on Facebook, Twitter, or Nextdoor. We are here to help.
Proud to be your home for the Crew, the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Starting players second half headed out to midfield to prepare for this second 45 minutes of play. Leagues Cup 2023, round of 32. Last night of knockout games in this round. We go to the round of 16 beginning on Sunday. Welcome back to Lower.com Field. Glad you're with us. My thanks to our producer, Bodie Wells, tonight, our technical producer on site, Zach Mueller. And we are set for the second half in about a minute or so as the Columbus Crew and Minnesota United ended the first 45 tied 1-1. Thanks to a goal in the 17th minute by Bongo Langangwane, and then the tying goal in the 43rd by Melda Amundsen. We sit at 1 apiece. We talked about the round of 16 beginning on Sunday. Some of the other games, Philadelphia and Red Bulls will play in the round of 16. Querétaro and New England will meet in Boston. Dallas and Miami have got a date on Sunday. On Monday, it's Charlotte and Houston. And so the other side of the bracket is where Columbus sits. The Columbus Crew will play host, if they win tonight, to the winner of the Toluca Sporting Kansas City game that has just begun. The other settled round of 16 game features LAFC. They will face the winner of Leon and RSL. That game being played right now, a rescheduled game from last night. All right, Minnesota's going to kick off. They're in their black kits from top to bottom. They're going to attack from the south to the north. The Columbus Crew dressed in yellow from top to bottom, awaiting the whistle to begin this second half. And there it is, and we're off and running. And Pookie will knock this ball back, and Boxall will send it forward. Amundsen, I beg your pardon. Yeah, Amundsen gets a head on it, sends it forward. Aiden Morris and Reynoso through traffic. No foul coming. Matan cannot get around the defense by Fragapane. Broken up by Zawatsky. Near side, aired out ball. Here's Julian Gressel, who was busy on the first half with 6 corner kicks for the black and gold. Back to Moreira, centrally to Morris, and here comes Columbus toward midfield. Far side of the field. And we have a sub at the halftime break with Yao Yaboa in for Shaburko, with Amundsen shifting back to the left back slot. Near side, big ball by Amundsen to Gressel, and that ball's out of bounds. So I like that sub. That's a necessary sub. I felt like Shaburko was a little bit out of his. He may have been just a little overwhelmed with the start today, and he didn't look like he was well matched for the moment. So we've got Yao Yaboa in for the second half to start, and the throw in back or forward by Minnesota is won by Columbus. Here's Darlington Nagbe with the captain's armband, inviting the pressure from Minnesota, then plays it to Morris. Morris does the same thing. Trapp comes in, applies pressure. The drop ball to Amundsen, outside to Yaboa. Give and go with Cucho. Here's Yao. Whip ball across to this near side. And it'll be taken out of the air by goalkeeper Dane St. Clair, who's not going to be so quick to kill time now that this game is level. He was managing minutes in the first half of play. St. Clair with a big punt from the top of the 18 comes down on Zawadzki's head. He'll send it back from where it came. Valentin off his chest, down to the turf. Forward to Pukki, broken up by Amundsen. Here's Darlington Nagbe. And Pukki is down with an ankle that he's holding. Forward to Cucho, broken up by Minnesota. And Moreira can't control it. Here comes Reynoso with Pukki on the far post. Pukki settles at the 18. The shot's blocked by Amundsen. And a corner kick coming for Minnesota. Well, that was a great recovery run from Melda Amundsen. As Columbus gives up the corner kick, and Emmanuel Reynoso will make his way to the far side of the field. In front of the Nordeck. He gets an unwelcome greeting at the corner and offers them a bright smile. The designated player for Minnesota puts the ball down with the left foot. In swinger to the near post. The flick ball on is going to go off a defender, Boxall. This will be a goal kick for Columbus. So they played it to the near post. It was flicked up by Frangipani. And Boxall was at the near post who knocked it out of bounds. Quick goal kick by Evan Bush. Here's Moreira. Back to Evan Bush, top of the 18. Folks question why Evan Bush instead of Patrick Schulte tonight. First of all, Schulte's on the bench. Secondly, I think it's because Coach Nancy wants Schulte to see the game from the bench on occasion. Minnesota breaks it up at midfield. They work the combination play near side. Frangipani will work with Emmanuel Reynoso, trying to get around Matan. Matan is wise to it. Leaves it for Morris. Outside to Gressel. Gressel dribbles it out of bounds. Near side throw-in coming from Minnesota. And also, I think Evan Bush deserves some games. The guy is fully capable. I think we know that. As Morales plays this one back, Tapias will use the goalkeeper, St. Clair. Forward to Trapp, back outside to Tapias. Forward we go to Reynoso. Outside to Rosales. Forward to Pukki, who can't control it on his first touch. And out of bounds. Throw in by Moreira. He'll get it into Evan Bush. Zawadzki now, 50th minute, 1-1's the score. This is a knockout round game. If we end level on the scoreboard, we'll go right to kicks from the penalty spot to decide it. Here's Nagbe, forward to Matan. Now Cucho on the run. Inside to Nagbe. Left for Matan. The shot is a goal for Columbus! Alex Matan said this week he loves being the playmaker, the attacking center midfielder. He just has to work on his finishing. Darlington Nagbe left him a ball on a platter, and he put it to the upper 90 to give Columbus the lead, 2-1. Back underway as Minnesota kicks off at midfield. Trapped to the near side at Rosales. Down the line to Frangipani. Back to the central part of the field and Dotson. Broken up by Morris. Cucco's going to play this one back to Yeboah. So happy for Alex Matan, as he has given Columbus the go-ahead goal in this one. 52nd minute. Columbus leads 2-1. Goals by Matan and Amundsen, broken up by Pukki. He'll go on the run, get tripped up by Nagbe. Oh, don't card him. He's going to card Nagbe. Nagbe held his hands up like he knew he was caught. Pukki went down kind of soft. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like you kind of have to not be too enthusiastic with the cards. But our referee is certainly qualified for the moment right now. And so he'll place the ball. I'm going to call it 30 yards from goal. It's 30 yards from the near post, folks. It is lined up with the near post. As Evan Bush lines up his wall, Steven Moreira has got the near post. Then it's Ramirez, Sawatsky, and Nagbe. Cucco, Gressel, Amundsen, Morris, Yeboah, and Matan are marking. Asani Dotson is over the ball. So is Reynoso, who plays it outside and out of bounds. And on this humid night at Lower.com Field, the black smoke from Alex Matan's goal in celebration is just now rising to midfield. And it has become a bit of a haze in watching from the press box. Goal kick quickly to Moreira. Knocked off by a defender. Going to be gathered up by Minnesota. Near side. Going to be played by Frangipani to Reynoso. Tied up by Gressel. Matan. Minnesota gets it back. Reynoso to the touchline. Settled by Minnesota, and a goal scored, but we should have a foul call that we're not going to. The whip ball in by Rosales got to Langawane. And that's going to be a goal for Langawane, his second of the night, his sixth of the tournament. And he's claiming to be hurt as he goes down. He collided with the goalkeeper and a defender. And this game is level at 2-2. We've got two Minnesota players down after that goal was scored. It was a whip ball in from about 24 yards out, well outside the box, obviously. And it went to the far post. I don't know who the defender was, but the defender, along with Langawane and Evan Bush, all collided. But the ball went off of Langawane's hip and went into the net. Rosales was the player who delivered that service. He is up, and he is now jogging to midfield with the anticipation of being summoned back in. Same with Langawane, who's jogged off the field now. And we'll hope for the same. Meantime, Minnesota with 9 players on the field. And a more subdued crowd here is back underway as Ramirez and Cucco are now outside to Yeboah. And Columbus looks to answer back. 56th minute. 2-2 the score now. Langawane is back on the turf. So too is Rosales. Here's Morris. Outside, broken up by Valentine. Inside to